I was never supposed to work the overnight shift. Channel 13 didn't even really broadcast anymore, not in the traditional sense. Most of what we aired overnight was just automated reruns, syndicated trash, and dead air placeholders that only existed to keep the station legally active. So when my supervisor offered me the midnight to 6 shift, he framed it as a favor. "Easy money," he said. "Nothing ever happens after midnight." It should have been my first warning. The control room was quiet in a way that felt unnatural, not peaceful, just empty. The kind of silence where every small sound, every click of a button, every hum of the equipment felt 10 times louder than it should. At exactly 12:01 a.m., the bank of monitors in front of me refreshed, and one of them turned black. Not static, not a signal error, just a void. I checked the feed label. It read, Channel 13 sublevel broadcast. I frowned. We didn't have a sublevel broadcast. I figured it was just a glitch. Old building, even older equipment. Channel 13 had been around longer than most of the city. Then the black screen flickered. A title card faded in. Plain white text. Late night community bulletin. The footage that followed was grainy, low resolution, like it had been recorded decades ago on some old VHS tape. A woman sat behind a desk. She wore outdated makeup and a blazer that looked straight out of the 90s. She smiled, but it was stiff, practiced. "Good evening," she said, her voice eerily calm. "Thank you for staying up with us." A chill crawled up my arms. I had never seen this program before. She began reading announcements, missing pets, road closures, obituaries, normal, boring stuff, until she said the name. "Tonight we'd like to acknowledge Mark Ellison, age 42, beloved husband and father." I froze. Mark Ellison was our station's maintenance supervisor. He had been alive, and well, when I clocked in just a few hours ago, I grabbed my phone. No messages, no alerts, no news. The broadcast continued. "Services will be held Thursday afternoon." My hands hovered over the keyboard. This had to be an old recording. Someone must have forgotten to take it out of rotation. I tried to rewind the feed, but the controls didn't respond. Then the woman on the screen looked directly into the camera, and her smile grew wider. At exactly 12:15, the feed cut out. The black screen returned. I sat there for a long time, just staring at my own reflection in the dark monitor. At 12:42 a.m., my phone buzzed. It was a message from another tech. "Hey, did you hear about Mark?" My heart pounded in my chest as I typed back, "No, why?" The 3 dots appeared, then disappeared. Then appeared again. Finally, the message came through. He collapsed at home. Ambulance didn't make it in time. I didn't sleep when I got home. The next night, I took the shift again. I told myself I needed proof. A recording. Something I could show management to prove I wasn't losing my mind. At 12:01 a.m., right on schedule, the sublevel feed activated. A different anchor this time. An older man with the same blank, unsettling smile. "Good evening," he said. "Let's begin." This time, the names came faster. A woman listed as missing. A teenager described as no longer with us. Then a photograph appeared on screen. It was our security guard. I recognized the hallway behind him. That same night, around 1:30 a.m., police lights flooded the parking lot. He'd fallen from the stairwell. An accident, they said. The third night, I found something worse. I started digging through old station files and uncovered a forgotten archive folder labeled Continuity Restricted. Inside were decades of tapes, all labeled with dates, all scheduled for future broadcasts. The earliest tape was from 1987. The most recent, it was for tomorrow. I didn't open it. That night's broadcast felt different. The anchor, a woman again, hesitated before speaking. "As a reminder," she said slowly, "not all knowledge is meant to arrive early." The camera zoomed in, just a little too close. "We ask our viewers," she continued, her voice dropping, "to remember their place in the schedule." My phone buzzed. A text from my supervisor. "Why are you clocking so much overtime?" I didn't respond. The broadcast ended with one final bulletin. A name I recognized, my own. My age was correct. My job title was listed. But the cause of death was left blank. I stumbled back from the console as the lights in the control room flickered. The black screen lingered longer than usual. Then new text appeared. Preparation in progress. I quit the next morning. I didn't explain, didn't give notice. I just left. Channel 13 never called me back. Months passed. Nothing happened. I started to believe I'd imagined the whole thing, a stress-induced hallucination. Until one night I was home alone, flipping through channels. Static. Dead air. And then Channel 13. The same woman sat behind the desk. She smiled. "Good evening," she said. "We're so glad you could join us again." And at the bottom of the screen, my name appeared, and the broadcast timer began counting down from 10 minutes.